kills, so they either have a lot of util or like none. And I'm willing to bet they have like none. But they have been camping this entire time, so I don't know. See, that's the visors out. There's a fight between G7 and Asgore. Cataclysm is also alive. Let's see. It's going to go down to the final minute. I mean, the board is really close in. This does not seem like it's final minute. It seems like the final, like, 10 seconds. But it's a double kill for Cataclysm, and it is a 1v2. Let's see. It is most likely going to be a G7 victory. I don't think there's a world in which Cataclysm can pull this off. And yes, that is correct. G7 gets the victory with 10 kills. And we are moving on to map 6, which is Greenhouse. Everybody's favorite map. Like, we definitely haven't had a lot of Greenhouse hate. Like, yeah. I mean, it's definitely not the best map for commentating. Like, the giant tree kind of makes it impossible to see what's going on later on, but like, yeah. We do see a lot of fights early on, though. Like, we've seen massive, like, 5-team fights. Okay, let's see. We have G7 over here. Okay, so let's see, we have G7 over here, potentially fighting the ore monsters. And that's a strat for the weaker teams. They just rush middle. I don't think G7 wants to go for those kills, okay. They would rather not waste their time. And Double G is being attacked by the Visors. But Double G has made the middle. They aren't going for the middle chest, though. As I was saying, strat for the weaker teams is just rushing middle, going for the middle chest. And Double G just practically hands the middle chest to the aura monsters. Okay. I don't know why Double G didn't go for that, but... Let's see. That is Asgore out already. I look away for 2 seconds and their entire team is dead. Killed by G7. And that is Double G also out. We are potentially seeing a fight between G7 and Combo. It is a 4v3. And Combo doesn't want to fight this, but yeah, G7 does. A Cataclysm loses a player to fall damage. That is a pretty big killer on this map. Like, fall damage at middle is kind of lethal. Especially when there's KB swords. I just tapped out. Okay. Let's see, we have the bird nest over here, still solo. And it's mainly just trios left. Like, we just have the bird nest and G7 as the outliers. Being a solo and squad, respectively. Let's see. That is the bird nest out. Killed by the ore monsters. Let's see. We are seeing a fight between the ore monsters and G7. That is multiple creepers being wasted by putting them on that wall. And that's a kill for G7. More blocking off. Ore monsters have almost gotten out of there, but G7 is out for blood. They want those kills. I think they're going to let ore monsters be. Okay. I have Combo over here being chased by G7. The Cataclysm loses a player somewhere else. And I think that is loss for Combo. Yes, it is. That is another loss for Combo. This time to the Visors. Their last player is camping. Potentially... Wait, we have a fight between G7 and the Visors. And that is Advisor's losing player. It is a 1v2 up here. Make that a 2v3. And that is the Advisor's out. Okay. A combo is in the border over here, potentially getting killed off by G7. They are just being chased. That's their last player. G7 has been very dominant so far, like, they have pretty much gone uncontested. I believe Cataclysm's camping underground. Yeah. They're in crawl mode. Wild. So this will probably be going to G7, unless it's either Ore Monsters, Cataclysm, or Combo can pull off something crazy. But G7 is going for the Ore Monsters. They will not let the Ore Monsters get their first win this season. Lots of orbs being thrown at them. And they are being mined in on. That is a kill for G7. A TNT about to go off, I believe. That does not really do anything. Cataclysm loses a player to Void, and Combo dies to G7 over here. It is, oh, 2 solos. Make that 1 solo versus G7. And that's team to be dropped on Cataclysm, and that's a flawless victory for G7 with 11 kills. Insane gameplay by G7. Absolutely uncontested. Alright. So, let's see. That is it for game 1. I mean, not game 4. You'll be back with game 5 at 2 p.m. EST. That is in about 3 hours. So yeah, see ya.